Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm
Me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
And I'm
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child.
and we're watching.
Yay.
Yay! We're watching Invincible.
God, we watched 4 episodes, right?
Yes, only 4
10
more.
after 10 after 10 after
Yes.
10.
But just so you know, like we have only 4 more. But like I'm not like, oh my god, so sad we're gonna finish.
No, because like it comes out yearly.
First that, and second because I'm very excited about The Last of Us. So like, but like, is it gonna be the same thing like when we were watching Severance? I've been constantly thinking about Arcane, and then Arcane came, and like I missed Severance because like it was better, you know.
Yeah.
And is it gonna be the same thing now? It was because like I've been thinking about how excited I am for The Last of Us.
The thing is, I keep forgetting about Last of Us somehow. Because
So you don't
it's
have that-
like it's muted on everything. It just does not pop up for me. I didn't even know it came out until like I opened up HBO to watch something like The Sopranos. I was like, oh my god, The Last of Us, it's out. I have been waiting for, it's been a bit. And so like...
Yeah, maybe because I know in my mind that like it's out and people
Yeah.
are watching it. So like I want to watch it. Again, season 1 was phenomenal of the show.
Yeah.
But yes, every episode so far of this season has been really great. In the last episode, we had a split episode basically. The first part was with Mark and us finding out some things that can potentially lead to somewhere in the future, but like also it's not our Mark, so like I don't know where exactly it's gonna lead to and what of those things are gonna happen true and what not. Yeah. And on the other side, we had Nolan and Alan who are going to fight the Wolfstromites.
Did Nolan agree?
Sure.
Like, would we call that agree?
Yeah. I mean, he came to Alan and said,
There's only 50.
Less
than 50.
There is less than 50 pure Viltrumites alive. That is a top guarded secret, you know? And also, so like, we can beat them. He basically said that.
Yeah.
So I think if he says we can beat them, that means him
we're
as well.
in this together. He speaks like us.
Exactly.
When he's a part
I don't
of
think
something,
he means
he's
Lola
like,
and Milena
"Leave."
can't beat them. You know what I mean? I think he means himself as a part of that group of people who are going to fight against Wolfstromites.
So what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna see that? Are they gonna go there now, or are we gonna concentrate on something else?
I don't
now?
think so now.
I guess no. Yeah,
I
guess
honestly
we're gonna...
think they should go prepare.
Well,
Are they gonna go get Mark on Earth to talk?
There's just too many things that need to happen. Like Armstrong is watching Mark. I mean, so is Cecil, but like Mark doesn't know that bit. But Armstrong is watching Mark in whatever state he is. So like that is also a thing, a problem that we need to deal with as well. And again, Viltrumites are gonna come and conquer. So like we should get on it probably. Yeah, I don't know. I literally don't know what's going to be happening this episode, but this has been such a ridiculously good season so far that I feel like whatever is happening in this episode is going to be phenomenal. So,
I agree.
Without further ado.
Let's play the episode. Do I have favorite characters of this show?
What?
I'm boring. Like,
Do I have a favorite character of this
characters?
show? Characters.
Like, can you read them? Again, I'm just boring and I don't have to. I'm just thinking about it.
There's, again, it's always a problem with me. Like, when are we talking best or most loved? My mom, like, the character I love most is Mark.
Forget I asked.
The best character is Nolan. I also do love Nolan. It's just that, like, I feel protective over Mark, because he is such a good boy. Eve, Rex, Mark's mom. Debbie.
I wanted to say Central. Okay,
Central.
So to me, it's Nolan first, Eve second, Mark third, Debbie fourth, Rex fifth.
I'm not even sure I ranked them like in
I just
order. I just
them.
like said.
I ranked them in order.
Yeah.
Let me just.
But like we have the same top 5. I mean,
just like maybe different
who else?
order.
Like
I mean, Cecil. Cecil would be sixth.
Yeah,
me.
true.
Again, I think
he's a great character.
I love him 0. I don't think you can be my favorite character if I love you 0.
Yeah,
honestly.
I love you 0.
I think he's a great character. He's very interesting to watch, but like no love
he's
there.
Great, yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like in any other show, if like Nolan didn't exist, it would be by far my favorite character. Just that like Nolan exists. So
Who would be by far?
Eve
Oh, Eve would be.
would
Yeah.
be by far my favorite character, honestly.
It's difficult to compare
Yeah.
with Nolan. It's a different animal altogether.
Yeah. Someone said, I'm surprised you guys didn't read into the fact that Immortal remembered Eve and not Kate. I mean, I found that comment interesting. I think I remember thinking that while I
But like he said something along the lines, like he didn't say Eve, right? If I remember, he said like the redhead, like yeah, and he didn't remember Kate.
Yeah, but like technically, if Kate was should have been much more impactful on his life than any redhead. You know what I mean? Any redheaded Mark is involved.
No, why did he then? How did he remember her more? Like does Kate die? And so like
sure, maybe, but again, I just my
lives
problem
longer.
is that like in the future at some point in one of universes, Mark and Eve have never been together.
Yeah.
So like Eve could have been with Immortal. Like Kate might have not have existed for Immortal in that future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just thought like Eve maybe lived longer than Kate, and that's why he remembers Eve more.
Maybe that could be the thing, but like just in my mind,
Or there was something more impactful with Eve.
or maybe that's
Something more impactful with Eve. I have no idea. This episode was called "This Was Supposed to Be Easy." I don't know if the person next to Mark flying is that my girl Eve looking like a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Multiple. Oh my god, we broke him out. They broke him out of jail, I think.
I was just taking my medicine.
I didn't even need to remind you.
I really like his character. I thought they really broke him out when like the mess started happening in this place. If we break him out, can we get the other two guys out as well? I cannot get over the fact that his name is multiple.
Can he not multiply out of the prison?
I mean, I think the prisons are built for like supernatural people.
I mean, he has strength of 100 people that he can do.
So like the real him is up.
What the fuck? This is one way to do it. This is one way to break out of jail.
Personally, I would stay in jail.
Me too.
Rather than swim in my own blood.
Well, prisons are not very well
Equipped.
for people who can
I was just
multiply
thinking
themselves.
about this. Like, aren't like security guards supposed to be also supernatural or something? I'm supernatural, like, sure. Okay, you cannot make copies with this.
I was this close to convincing Cecil to put you on a team to make up for all the shit you've done. Now, they're gonna add years to your sentence.
As they
Doesn't
should.
matter. People like us don't serve sentences.
Look
Interesting.
around, Paul. You're still in prison. They're not your friends. They use you. That's why you're in here, and they're not.
You think Cecil and the GDA and the Guardians are any different? They sent you to your death against the Lizard League.
Except I wasn't dead, you idiot. You know it's Dad's birthday this week.
I know.
His dad's dead.
I went to see him last month. Same.
Good.
It wasn't his fault, Paul.
They let them take us, use us, turn us into their weapons.
You and I will never agree on that. You shouldn't have left.
Mm-hmm.
You should have come with me.
really think the better decision was running away and becoming an assassin for the Order.
Well, at least they're honest about who they are. And they pay better.
You're a murderer.
So are you. Just like your GDA. They don't abandon tools they're not done with yet.
Just hear from me.
Shit.
I mean, like,
My
there's
reaction.
validity in things. He's gonna see you, he's gonna see you.
Weird. Someone's at the door so early.
God, that is not dumb.
Hey, Eve. Surprise.
Oh, well, hello.
Do we have more pancakes?
I figured I'd drop by and see you guys.
She's not dumb.
You're just gonna come back and ow!
Eve, would you like to join us for breakfast? I had Oliver set an extra place just in case.
Oh,
So adorable, honestly.
Mark wasn't sleeping. He and Eve had a sleepover.
Oliver, what the hell?
Ow! Stop kicking me! They made too much noise playing and woke me up.
We were watching a movie.
I would leave this place.
Pancakes are amazing, Mrs. Grayson. Are they buttermilk? They're so soft and fluffy and light. I tried making blueberry pancakes once, but I had way too many blueberries, and then the batter was really soggy, and then...
She loves that Mark is just normal.
How much does it cost to rent an apartment?
Since when did you become interested in real estate?
We were talking.
This is a bit like
After
a
what
soon.
happened with Angstrom, maybe it's better if we shared a place of our own. And you're seeing Paul now. Yeah, you'd probably like it better if I'm not walking in on you both when I come home.
This is even more embarrassing now.
You're both adults and free to make your own choices.
But then who's gonna hang out with me?
Hey, I'm not leaving forever, Oliver. I'll be like a 5-second flight away.
We need to get him friends.
You're in?
I'm in.
God, I'm panicking when things are this good. I start to panic.
But in this show, they always had like teenage moments, you know, and like just like
No, yes, absolutely. It's just like that they're so happy
It's a cool place here in the city.
and like everything is good and everything's going
Middle of a
great.
park? The city has zoning laws for
I
those.
don't know. I
things,
think the
but-
show needs.
I
it,
love my
especially
girl that
because
knows
they-
things.
Well,
It took a while for them to get
maybe
together.
I can look for a part-time job or something.
Interesting.
I know the problems your prison faces. In the past year, Peyton's had 5 riots, 3 escapes, and too many attempted breakouts to count.
I did ask why
How
the...
can I help you, Miss Wilkins?
I get it. I'm here to offer you a solution.
Go on.
A superhero on retainer. Available and ready to handle any and all supervillain related problems. Imagine having someone of that caliber just a text away.
Invincible.
What company are you with again? You look 19.
I'm the owner of a private security firm. We're called Inc.
Ink.
Find a way to get my assassin back. You have 24 hours. And if I don't, I hear little Fiona's becoming quite the entrepreneur.
See, this is always a problem.
And I sold all my cookies.
That's my girl.
A tiny old man with a metal mouth bottom.
I think the two of you leave country for a bit.
Set up my email, and you created a whole business.
You don't know how to set up an
You're
email.
incredible.
Also, the email thing is not that difficult.
Mark? Mark, wake up!
What happened? What happened?
Oliver's gone.
He wants to play with someone.
It's not fair. You can fly. You gotta do it without using your powers. Okay. No fun.
He has friends.
You can do this. Come on, Oliver. Come on, you got this. Ready?
It's fine.
Oh, that was hard. But I almost did it. I'm gonna do it again. You can do it. You gotta leave
made friends. And they're just playing.
Of course he made friends, Mark. He's a kid. Just too bad he had to sneak out to do it.
Beat it, Shrimps. It's past your bedtime.
Okay, see, now this is a problem. How are you gonna handle this, my boy?
We were here first. Duh. Why the hell are you purple?
We're not leaving. You leave.
Oh. I said, get lost.
Oliver can take care of himself.
Oh,
It's not him I'm worried about.
Yeah.
yeah.
What the fuck?
That was awesome! He's a good kid, Mark.
Oh.
But after that last date, he's totally grown
Just like Rex.
and
Rex that's bringing in foods to cook. He does not
Oh
have
my
to
god,
spell
he
her
doesn't spell her
name.
name.
I would fall for this. This is gonna be. I think it's about to be overcooked,
It's gonna be horrible.
but it does not matter. It's the thought that counts.
Right on time. Pull up a chair. I'm cooking you dinner.
I got it. But why?
Oh, because you said it was something you wanted to do. You know, like have a normal dinner, so... Ta-da! Full disclosure, it's from a meal kit. Turns out I can follow instructions when I want to.
Let's see, I'm not sure.
Smells delicious, actually.
That's
Oh,
good.
I almost forgot.
You did not get that in the meal kit.
Okay, so remember when the Immortal told us to grab our stuff and get out of Guardians HQ? I may have also grabbed some of his stuff. Why like this is
And
wasted
mugs.
on a guy who hasn't smiled in 10,000 years?
1762?
Such a good year. You know, other than the incurable diseases and tooth decay and people never taking showers. Oh,
So that's terrible.
oh, it's so bad. Oh.
Eat something.
Ah.
Food now all of a sudden tastes amazing.
That was his plan.
Yeah.
Smart.
But it's still good. Thank you.
Cute. He's adorable.
I love him. If anything ever happens to him, I'm quitting the show immediately.
I mean, he survived getting a bullet in a head.
Yeah, so like he has like one life remaining, you know what I mean?
Name and number of the inmate you're here to see. Sir?
What?
Well, well, well. Look who it is. My own personal Judas.
Huh.
Cut the shit rocks for brains and get to the point. I'm missing my computer classes. How else am I gonna learn Microsoft Word and get a job in a fucking office? That even if you crawled out from under my thumb, there's always a bigger thumb. So welcome to reality, muchacho.
You done?
No, but you are. If you don't get on your knees, say you're very, very sorry. and do whatever the
His
fuck
voice like
Leo tells you
auto-tuned.
to.
He wants me to break out multi-pole. Leo also threatened my daughter. And that crossed the line.
Oh, I'm sorry. You crossed the line? You better report him to HR. The order takes these things very seriously. You got two options, pal. One, you figure out a way to get Liu's stabby little friend out of Hawk. Or two, you and your precious little family are Dragon Chow. That's it.
Got that fancy head, all packed in with transistors and other computer bullshit, and you still think I'm just some dummy from the streets. That's how I took you down.
And his friends, they didn't make fun of him for, being purple?
They didn't seem to care.
He still shouldn't be sneaking out. What
The
if
friends
birds
can
come
come
back?
here, we can hang out.
It's really good. I'm proud of him. You can always call me or Eve. Do we really want to stop him from being a kid?
Of course not, but like the kids can
Oh,
come. We have a
shit.
backyard. We can play here as
Sorry.
well.
The job is calling.
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
I never got to thank you for almost getting me killed.
What happened between us last time was nothing personal. I fought like hell to keep you alive, but Machine Head had to go.
I don't care. You're coming with me.
We need to talk.
We really don't.
A lot of people are gonna die.
Okay, I'm not falling for that again.
This is still some bullshit. Man, you don't recognize this neighborhood anymore. Not that guys like you ever came down here, even though it used to be a war zone under Machine Head. Look at it now. No more murders, no more crime. Folks no longer afraid to live here.
No more murders or crime except for yours.
If I don't break Multi-Paul out from prison, they're gonna kill me and my family and do it themselves.
What? No. Multiple's a murderer. I'm not letting you break him out.
You want me to stay in charge here. If I go, they'll replace me with someone who doesn't give a shit about anything but the order. And all this goes back to how it was, but worse.
This really clashes with what he
No.
believes in.
Thought you superheroes cared about saving lives.
Don't even start with me. Come on.
Come on. But Mark, come on, I'm taking you to prison.
Come
Mark.
on, dude. I can fly. You're not getting away.
We all look the same to you, hero?
Are you having second thoughts about the apartment?
But like, why don't we just
No.
take care of the order?
No, that's not.
Or Mr. Liu. Like, why don't we just do that?
Titan may be less bad than Machine Head or this order or whatever they're called. But the guy's still bad. And working with him is only going to drag you down to his level. You did the right thing.
Isotope. Take them both a mile up and let them find their own way down. Isotope.
Yeah.
Sorry, Titan. Nothing personal. I just like breathing. Boss?
I mean, it's fine. Invincible's gonna come.
Fuck!
Literally nothing you can do here. Come on, Mark.
And R.I.P. Titan. No way he could survive a fall like that without his shell.
God, I would need to move out. I would never be living in this city. Imagine.
I don't think it's only this city.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fucking go in the middle of nowhere.
I think that's the only.
Well, Invincible.
Yeah, Mark.
I screwed up. I don't want you getting hurt because I made a mistake.
Mark,
Hurry
we're
up.
in a relationship now. That means that we help and support each other. Especially when we screw up. Besides, I bet we can charge more if there's two of us.
My girl, an entrepreneur. Why? Fucking why?
Titan told me about you.
And you should know you're already dead.
Have you heard of Viltrumites? Please. I would let him eat me and I will just break through the stomach.
I don't know.
God, she's my favorite was always the Pink Power Ranger. Well, isn't this romance? How much are we gonna charge for this?
I mean, we destroyed the whole. the whole.
Yeah, but like, there was nothing else for us to do.
Eve is gonna repair it. Wow.
He's released.
He does have
What
a
about
collar
the two
around his neck.
guys?
Fuck.
Well, now everyone's released.
Don't even think about it.
But now we're stuck with him. Oh no, we're not. I just think change strategies, let him eat you. You're gonna come out alive.
So far, he hasn't been able to make a scratch on his body.
Your power may come from the stars, but mine comes from beyond this reality.
You're a fictional creature, dude.
No, it's not get up again.
We gotta charge more than we're charging.
You cannot kill what I am made from.
Is it like Viltrumite something?
I might need you here.
Where's my girl?
Man, Titan sure ruined this place. Well, him and that giant flying lizard we all know and love.
But like, if something happens to his
Calm
body.
down, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight you. You must be what, like 700 pounds? 8? You'd murder me. Besides, that's not my style. But I am gonna kill your boss.
Now he does it.
Almost feels like cheating. But I like cheating.
Sheen had wanted the dragon to eat you before he killed Mr. Liu. But I figured I owe you one.
Ew. I'm taking you to jail.
But thanks for the help, hero. Doing good even if you didn't mean to.
My sweet
What else could
boy.
you have done? You couldn't let Titan break Multipole out of prison.
Multiple is not in
Yeah.
prison.
Instead, I just helped him kill his biggest rival. And almost died doing it. Again.
It would have been
I
worse
love
if
Mark.
we'd done nothing. Multipole's still behind bars, and the
Not
warden
really.
thinks we did an acceptable job. After
Acceptable.
I helped rebuild the damage to her prison, we got paid enough for at least 3 or 4 months' rent.
Just that.
Maybe we should.
Hold off on the apartment.
With Oliver sneaking out, it just doesn't feel right to leave my mom to look after him by herself. You're not upset?
Oh, of course not. But as long as we're talking, I have been feeling like things were moving kind of fast.
Okay.
With my classes and us dating and everything, it's been a lot of changes. I wouldn't mind slowing down.
Hey, I get it.
I love communicating. God.
Now that we don't need to pay rent anymore, should we still keep Invincible in?
Those Seance dog collectibles aren't gonna pay for themselves.
Oliver deserves to be a kid.
It's the best thing you can do for him.
He's still just a kid.
Eve and I are not getting an apartment anymore.
Oh, thank God. Is everything okay between you two?
I love
We
her.
need to talk.
I want to be an adult and protect the city and be a good boyfriend. And I also want to be here with you and Oliver. It feels nice living with a little brother, you know?
It's my pain.
I mean, duh.
Oh,
Is Nolan coming? I feel like Nolan's gonna
love this
appear.
episode.
oh, the biggest thing I've come to learn about adulthood is that nothing is ever black and white. So
My
I'd
boy.
say in terms of growing up, you're doing just fine.
You're doing perfect. You're doing the best.
By the way, just have to say it, I know you and Eve are having sex.
Mom, what? Okay, all done. Great talk. Okay, good night.
Just be careful. Use protection. Is he coming in? I'm gonna die laughing.
Woo, it's so good to be back, amigos. Did you miss me? Don't answer that, because we all know the answer is you missed me so much, you didn't do shit about it. Now, does anyone have any new business he, she, or it would like to bring up? Huh? Anyone?
I keep the city. You all get everything else. But I'm out. We good?
What the hell? You caught me in a once-in-a-lifetime good mood. Okay, take your toys and go home. We don't want you in our super special secret club anyway. Hey, Titan, before you go, nice job. The way you played me and Liu, pure genius. Mwah! Backstab me again, and I'm gonna drown you in your kid's blood while I tear off your wife's skin and eat her heart. And I don't even eat meat, so that's saying a lot. Confronting? That guy, watch out. That's what you think, even for someone who's 50% raw. All right, who's ready to make a little money?
I cannot take him seriously.
Really ridiculous.
Oh. Well, that's a sign. It's not the end. There's more.
Yeah, I forgot.
Is he not actually dead? Of course he's not. What is a bullet to the head gonna do to a fucking dragon? How are you alive?
That's a good question. Dragons are gonna bring him back.
Oh, he has like the ghost of the dragon. God, it can never just be easy, it can't.
So nothing changed in this episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're
It's
back. We're back.
It's like this episode didn't happen, you know what I mean? This episode only served for our
Multiple
love
to get
life.
out of prison.
Yes, and also for our boy and girl to slow down in their love
not
life.
get an apartment
And stay with
but
all.
like still work.
Of course.
They're still working. Next episode is called All I Can Say Is I'm Sorry. Nolan's saying this to Debbie. He has to appear.
He has to appear. I don't
Does
know
he
when.
not? I feel like now.
I honestly thought by the end of the season. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just
I don't
because
know. How long
think-
does it take to fly?
You mean because I don't know if they're going first directly to
I have
Mark.
no
you know,
idea.
I don't know if he would if he would ever to go to Earth. No, I didn't think so. You know,
I have no idea.
Again, I expect him to see that.
Well, me too.
I somehow thought the last episode, but maybe it can be earlier. Honestly,
I don't know. Maybe
this was an easier episode, if you ask me.
This was like a fun,
Like
a fun,
fun.
not too.
I would say normal episode, but like if you were Lola, then it's not normal because Lola cannot relax.
Oh my god, that's so very true.
You were
Like
watching the show.
I was like, what are we talking about? No, I feel anytime people get too happy, I'm like, don't relax. Like seeing Mark and Eve so happy, so nice. Why is it so happy, so nice? Rex and the girl, so happy, so nice. Is it too happy, too nice? Like, should I be panicking? I always like things to be, like, angsty. Because then maybe there's, like, a good thing at the end of the line. When things are too happy, what's at the end of the line? Is it darkness? I need to talk to my psychologist about this. Like, why do I think this way?
I don't know. I completely agree with you. Completely agree.
No, you don't.
No. I agree with you depending on the show, in my opinion. But like first with this show, I somehow am completely relaxed because first this show always had a good balance between calm and teenage moments and happy moments and then saving a world, not destroying a world, father, sons, dynamics and things like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a feeling like somehow all of this is so natural to me just because like it took a while for Eve and Mark to get together, you know, and they're still kids in my mind. So I expected like their like first kisses, first sex, first this, first that. Like I expected to have this. And like it's so healthy in my opinion. Like
so healthy.
They're dynamic and like it is honestly even more than like I expected it to be. I just like
They're
always
very mature for their
always
age.
had a vision of them, you know, that like they somehow would work perfectly together, you know, and that they should end up together. Like things can happen, but with them somehow I feel very relaxed. Like I think the worst that's gonna happen is gonna be a world disaster, and like one is gonna get hurt or taken away or something like that. I don't personally expect any drama, any breaking up or
no, I don't expect. I'm not saying breaking up.
I know you
I'm
mean
like,
that, but
yeah,
like,
I'm like, oh my god, she's so happy, and then like suddenly here comes a Viltrumite and fucking kills her or something.
No, I don't think.
I would hate that.
No, I don't think she's gonna die. I think they're endgame. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Yeah,
because the only way that they're not endgame if she dies.
Yeah,
and
I don't
I
think
really
so.
don't Like, why would the universe do this to
No,
Mark?
I am honestly somehow for this show like 100% confident that like
God, I wish I could relax.
yeah.
I wish I could relax, but like my mind does not function this way. I always need to be prepared for people dying here. Not like here, just
Honestly,
like in
I
any
feel
show.
like I would be very disappointed with the show, with everything if would die.
Me too. I would not like it.
No, I don't
like,
think I
would
would
not
continue
like
the
it.
show,
I would not like it
honestly.
at all. So I just
like,
hope
if
that
that
I
happens,
am
then-
being paranoid. Like now, could she get kidnapped and something held like at?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
sure.
believable.
I agree.
But like you can do all that as long as no one dies.
See, I don't think that's happening either soon, Nash. Like, I somehow feel like the story right now, there is so much story right now.
Yeah.
So much story that's about to happen that, like, having few episodes with Eve being kidnapped or something happening to
Yeah.
her being hurt. Where do we have time? We have 3 more episodes until the end
No,
of the
like
show.
for the
Maybe
end of the show,
next
we're
season
fine.
or
Yeah.
something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, right now, I feel like this is where we are. Like, they are right now happy, and then they're not gonna be happy just because no one's gonna come, and they're gonna have Mark is gonna have so much responsibilities again and problems. I mean, he's constantly having so much responsibilities put on him, in my opinion, in each episode. You know, like
Yeah.
all these dilemmas, all these things. Who should she do? What should he do? What shouldn't he do? You know.
Yeah.
Like, let alone like he is at the same time having a brother who is super something, you know,
Yeah.
alien,
Yeah.
and he needs to help his mom raise him. But on the side, in every single episode, he has a dilemma: should he save this villain and let maybe potentially other people die,
Yeah.
or should he kill a person, kill him,
Yeah.
or do something? But
Yeah.
like, you know, the world is gonna be a better place.
Yeah.
No one should have those. Like, what did he do? Just like get born as somebody who's having powers?
I
He
cannot
didn't
express
finish
to you how
college
much I
for
would lose
law
my
that he
mind.
should know who should he do
Yeah.
in this type of situations. You know, like what I mean?
Again, things are just simply, they mentioned this, and this is forever things are just simply not black and white. And so like you have to function in this type of a world where you need to like weigh things out, basically. And it's not as simple like him constantly repeating like, I'm gonna take you to jail now.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, but you know, maybe someone worse comes after that, and maybe there's gonna be more unrest. And so like there's things that you have to weigh down. And again, God, he's just born in with this like now, and suddenly he has to like weigh all these
That's what
options.
I want to say. Unfortunately for our boy, he is the one who has so much power.
Yeah.
You know?
And unfortunately for our boy, what makes it even worse is if, like, let's say he is just raised, like he was raised normally, and these are the types of decisions that he has to make, which I already think would be more, like, very difficult. He also has to live with the notion and the fear of, like, becoming his father. Which is why he constantly stops himself and everything and like doesn't fully, let's say, trust himself because of who his father was. And so like that in and of itself, and like you just growing up and learning things, like he is also 19, just makes things so much incredibly harder, which is like what my problem with Cecil, for example, was, who like constantly wants to like keep putting into his head that like, oh, you're your father, you're like this, you're that, because of Cecil's fears about Mark becoming his father. And again, I think, you know, Cecil's worldview in terms of like things are not black and white is more correct. I don't know how you want to put it, but Cecil's approach is very incredibly wrong when it pertains to Mark, because Mark is not his father at all. But you constantly having to say, oh, you're like your father, you're like this, you're like that, is gonna make things more difficult for him, who already has it incredibly difficult. And like, if anyone asks me, he is doing a fantastic job. He is doing a better job than fucking most people would. And I feel overly protective about him and any criticism that he can receive. Because like, how would you deal with any of this? I wouldn't even know where to fucking begin. So I just think he is great, and I adore him. And I think he is gonna, you know, go through processes where he learns this and learns how to trust himself more, in believing that he is never gonna turn out like Nolan did.
Yeah, honestly, we are broken records. Like, because I feel like our every review is the same, you know? saying same story about Mark, and then me finishing it off with saying
He has people around him.
he has Eve. He has Eve, and I love his relationship with Eve. And Eve, but like,
but the thing is, every episode connects to that.
Yes,
still.
like again, this episode as well, in my opinion, just like with the relationship, with the way that he can talk to Eve, you know, and the way that they are there for each other, and the way that like she's fighting next to him, like the support, like, you know, like that's why he could never work before with somebody who is just like a regular person, because they don't have the same problems.
Yeah.
They can't, like, Mark would feel even more anxious having to explain himself, what he did and how he did it, to somebody who the biggest problem is to
study for exams,
you know?
Literally.
Just like those two words, like he would not be able to relax, and with Eve, let's say, he can relax and she can actually help him. At least just be there for him.
Yeah.
You know? If not even help him in the situations where he needs to make some decisions, you know?
Yeah.
Again, the same review.
Nothing.
We just finished it off.
I just literally think it's changed. Let's just forever emphasize this.
Exactly.
I adore them. I love them. I think they function beautifully together.
Honestly, perfect. And I just love all the scenes that we get from them, and I love the cute scenes we get, the family dynamics, you know, like
so normal, like not being able, you're a fucking superhero and like 19 and you're like, Mom, do not speak about sex.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
And Oliver, like being kid, having no idea. He's like, they played, you know, the entire night, you know.
Couldn't sleep.
Yeah, and Mark and Oliver treating each other just like brothers, you know, kicking each other under the table, and Eve blabbing, you know, just like because she's nervous and there's no...
I just think Debbie's face said everything.
Yes.
She was so like content in that moment. Just like everything felt normal.
No, honestly, the whole dynamic is just perfect. I really
loved everything about that.
And honestly, I also love the situation with Oliver that we are having, you know, that he's sneaking out because he wants to find friends, and he found friends, and like they are playing because like kids,
and the friends seem very nice
because kids are kids, and kids want to play and hang out with each other and enjoy each other's company, you know?
Yeah, and like Oliver's gonna be very cool to them, but like it's not gonna be like they don't treat him.
But like he doesn't treat them
weirdly,
either, you know? Like he's not treating me, oh, I'm better because I can fly. He's like, okay, teach me how to do that because that is very cool, and I want to learn how to do that without flying.
Yeah.
And he fall to the ground and get up and want to try again.
Yeah.
Just like any other kid would. And I honestly loved that. And then we got encountered with the other boys, you know, who are older boys and like mean to them. And like, again, I was very terrified what is going to happen. And then we were we saw how Debbie's parenting is paying out, you know, that like he is a nice kid.
Yeah,
you know?
Who just dropped their pants to like make fun of them.
Yes,
like did not use any form of like
violence,
because like for example, if it was the other two kids, like his friends, and these bullies came to them and like they, I don't know, tried to punch the bullies or something, I would like not react, like it would be fine. But like if Oliver tries to do it, we have a problem there. Yes, if he like learns to go through life using excessive force,
especially because he knows he's stronger than them. He knows he has powers.
He's stronger than anyone,
and he knows that he doesn't even know how to control those powers, you know. He can't just slap them and turn around, you know. If he punches them, they're gonna end up hurt, very hurt, you know. He could kill them with one punch.
But it was fine.
And we don't hurt people.
We do not hurt people,
even if they are.
That made me very happy that like he's just having friends, and I think that's gonna help him develop.
That is
into a
very,
normal
very
kid.
important part.
But like that's how you develop empathy. Like that's how you become just a good person. I love the little, like the whole storyline that we had in this whole episode was just like for world building, and like it, like, let's say, didn't have to do anything with the general plot that we have going on, but like these are the characters that we know, that we're just like catching up on, basically, to know how our world is structured. I really like Titan. What is his name? Titan, yes, Titan. I really like him. I think he's a great character that like really lives in the morally gray area. I remember when we had his episode like in season 1, I think it was a really good, it was a really great story.
I honestly also like and am very interested in Multipole as well, and his storyline. He escaped prison now, and we had a bit of throwbacks with him and Kate, you know, and like why he escaped and how he felt, you know. We don't know exactly what happened, but like he.
I mean, like their father. I don't know where their mother is. I'm not sure. Maybe she like is not alive. I don't know, but she was not there. And it seemed like their father just lost his mind.
That's what I'm saying,
because, I mean, you've seen the amount of children in that fucking house. Yeah, I think he just simply lost his mind, and thus the kids went into, like, the care of... I say the care.
I mean, the government. Whatever.
Yeah, to be built up as weapons. And so, like, that can always end up with a person like Paul. Like where you understand that he understands and feels rage at like being exploited in such a way when he was a kid, and his response to that becomes hatred for like regular people. Like the problem that he has is that like he keeps saying that like we are special and that they are not, and so like that just makes you believe that he's not gonna value the life of a regular person. Like he's gonna think that his life is worth more than a regular person's life, and that just comes with the way that he was being used and the anger that stems from that he now just transfers onto the rest of the planet. To me, that seems like a very believable and great story.
Honestly, I really love it. Like to me, it has such a big potential because the story about that is very, very believable. Like he was born different, you know, and he had apparently no parent. Like he was also never a kid.
Yeah,
he was put in. I mean, we watched The Boys as well. You know, we have one of those.
Yeah, and we know how he turned out.
Yes. I don't know where exactly the story with Paul can lead. It can lead in many different directions, you know.
Yeah.
He did run away when he got a bit older, you know, and was on street the entire time working for somebody and using his powers, you know.
Yeah. Like to him there was like no difference.
Yeah.
And like whether working for the order and killing people like that or working for the government and killing people like that, which like, I mean, correct.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the story. I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen.
I really want us to like have more of him, like go more into that storyline.
Just because like I think that type of story has such a big potential.
Yes.
So like I'm very interested to see
because like it's one of the superheroes that was raised in this
lab.
environment in a lab that turned out to be not great, because Rex also said that he was raised. That like his mother basically sold him to the government, and he was also raised by them, but like he really turned out to be great. I mean, he's like a douchebag, but like he is not in any ways mean or evil. He's just like a frat boy. I don't know, but like he has a very kind heart.
Yeah.
So like he went into an opposite direction from Paul, but I think Paul's story is, like you said, similar to The Boys and Homelander. It's a very fascinating storyline to me that I want to explore further.
It definitely doesn't have to end as Homelanders, you know?
No,
like,
it does not.
We just don't know in which direction the writers are gonna decide to take the story, honestly. I think it's gonna continue, I mean, in the second part of the season.
I mean, again, I think, I don't even think we have time for that, but I just think the show is gonna have so many seasons.
Yeah, me too.
And so, like, I think we're gonna... Like, this episode was just... These seem like things that you put in that are gonna, like, come back later on. Like, now we have put in the Machine Head back in the Order.
Yeah.
The guy, the dragon, is still alive and well. Yeah, nothing changed there. He seems like a very difficult opponent.
Yeah.
And he's back alive. So like I think all of these things are gonna...
I mean, our boy couldn't scratch him.
Literally, and he punched through our boy with teeth.
Yeah.
Like it's very difficult.
Yeah.
To defeat this guy. And so like I just think these things... I don't think we have enough time maybe this season, but like they're gonna be coming back.
Yeah, definitely. Let's send this guy on Viltrumites.
I think like
use your powers in a good.
exactly. We need all the help that we can get.
Yeah.
I do think like in those types of way we're gonna be seeing these characters. So like I feel like this episode served not for this season but just like in general for like the whole world and the
I
show.
understand, but like with Paul, I think we're definitely gonna continue in this season.
Yeah. Well, we have
You don't
3
think
episodes.
so?
I don't know.
I
I really
think so.
don't know.
Somehow it's he's been here constantly. I mean,
Yeah.
constantly mentioned in almost
Like,
every
we
episode.
started
and, like,
the season
we
kind of
ended
with him.
exactly. We ended this episode with Kate figuring out that he is escaped basically.
Yeah.
So honestly, I expected, but like it doesn't have to. You're right. It really doesn't have to.
Like we can have another scene of his, but just like that would be it,
Yeah,
and we can
yeah.
explore it further.
Next season. I have no
on.
idea. We don't even need to predict things
no,
like that.
I just think again
another
we're
story.
gonna have the storyline. When it happens, I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
like there's more story to tell there,
But
which
see,
makes me excited.
See, I expected more those types of stories to continue in this season. And by the end, in the last episode, we have Nolan again.
Yeah.
And then the story with Nolan continues in the next seasons. See, I expected that more than like the story with Nolan to be the main story in the season.
But like I have no idea.
It can
no
be
clue.
anyway, honestly.
We're gonna see when we play the next episode what the fuck that's gonna be. But like I love again the whole season.
So far has been perfect.
Perfect.
But, like,
The direction, the storylines. I think.
I mean,
they
everything
just
so far in
Like
the show
even
has
like
been
even
great, so-
like this episode being like calmer just makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like
that's what I
calm
want to
things
say.
down
Like,
because
I
like
think we need something like
also
this.
like there's 3 episodes until the end, so like that's gonna be more dramatic. So like build the world a little bit and
perfect,
then like
honestly.
I just perfect, literally
No complaints.
nothing.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.